Malik, National Convener of the Canada-India Foundation, Patrick Brockman, author of Space and Time, Professor Vivek Dehijia, expert on Canada-India relations and Professor of Economics at the Carleton University in Canada, and Preetpal Singh Baliawal, Chief Spokesperson of the Punjab Lok Congress. I want to start with you, Professor Vivek Dehijia. Do you think that India-Canada ties are at a point of no return? What happens next, at least until Mr. Trudeau is in power?
Well, I think that we are at a point of no return now under Mr. Trudeau. His very reckless actions of making these unproven allegations in Parliament on Monday have sent the two countries into kind of a tailspin. And I must say that it's pretty clear that he is becoming increasingly isolated. The US, UK, Australia have not given him the support that he was probably expecting, probably because what evidence he claims to have shown them did not persuade them that he had proved it. There's no smoking gun to prove the allegations. So he's in a real bind because having thrown the dice, as it were, having gambled by making these very strong allegations against the world's largest democracy, he hasn't proved it. And he's now, and if he backs down now, he will totally lose face. He's sinking in the polls here. The timing also was a bit interesting. He was trying to change the conversation, perhaps from his terrible poll numbers. So he's in a total bind now.
He reached out to the other members of Five Eyes, Australia, UK, US, and most of them, in fact, all of them, refused to at least put out a joint statement and condemn India. Yet their statements so far have expressed concern. How do you see the statements coming, especially from the UK and US so far, Professor Dehijia? Would you see it as, a platitude or a condemnation?
Absolutely. It's just normal diplomatic speak. If you say I'm concerned, it means I'm not taking it seriously. I mean, if they were backing Trudeau, they would have said we condemn India, we stand with Canada. They didn't say that. So this is normal diplomatic speak. And unfortunately, many ordinary folks don't realize that when they say I'm concerned, it's totally a platitude, means nothing.
Mr. Brockman, Indian diplomats are in danger. That is what the Ministry of External Affairs said today. Have you heard the kind of language that India used today any time in the recent past against any country, saying in as many words that today Canada should be more concerned about the reputation it is getting of being a safe haven, not just for terrorists, but also for criminals?
You have to think about the fact that this guy's putting out a bounty on providing information for the home addresses for Canadian diplomats. I mean, that would never happen in any other nation other than, under somebody like Justin Trudeau. He's creating an opportunity to, further divide Canadians. Pit race against race, gender against gender, and religion against religion. And that's what a weak leader does when he doesn't have anything else to stand on. And so it's very disturbing to hear about this and the effect that it'll have on Hindus in Canada, and especially diplomats. I can't think of a time in Canadian history where Canadians were as divided as they are and fearful for safety. And I think that goes, from coast to coast.